A
Oh,
major upgrade to Bitcoin is happening soon. According to CNBC, here's what investors should know. Taproot, a highly anticipated upgrade of Bitcoin, is going to go into effect in the coming days at block 709,632. Some sources say it'll go live as soon as Saturday. The first major upgrade since 2017 includes Schnorr signatures, making Bitcoin more private, efficient, and less expensive. It'll also let Bitcoin execute smart contracts on the blockchain. No explanation given what that will be. Some experts believe that Taproot will have a minimal effect on Bitcoin's price. That's what people really cared about. Peter Todd, should we be excited about the Taproot upgrade? It seems like years and years and years, but it's finally here.
I mean, if you're an investor by now, it should be basically priced in. Because really, the only thing that's going to happen the moment it upgrades is a little bit of uncertainty over whether or not it'll actually activate without Bitcoin blowing up. And it's very hard to come up with a scenario where that would actually impact Bitcoin for more than a few hours, even if everything was screwed up. So, in terms of investment, that's actually your impact, which is minimal. And the other bit of advice to give is don't listen to CNBC. They're terrible.
Totally.
I think
longer
it's exciting.
term, there's
the chance of Bitcoin blowing up. That's cool.
Yeah. Longer term, there's fun stuff you can do with Taproot, but I don't think it's hard to directly connect that to Bitcoin price in a nice, exciting way. And this is a bit about enables Bitcoin to do smart contracts. It's just such utter nonsense. Lightning is a smart contract.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you've checked, but there's a lot of Lightning transactions going on. Taproot doesn't do anything more than that in a fundamental way. Makes a lot of different things more efficient, but these aren't fundamental, categorical changes.
It's more like a lifestyle update, like you bought good shoes, and over time, your feet will feel better. But it's not going to happen right away. But the only way the media understands things is right away. So can you tell them that there'll be NFTs on Bitcoin, which there already are on Rare Toshi? There'll be new, better NFTs. There'll be instantly smart contracts. Are people ready? Are they we've been spinning up companies to take advantage of Taproot?
All you've ever needed to make an NFT in a sane way that actually works has been available in Bitcoin from literally day zero.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
It
makes no sense to tie NFTs into the logic of Bitcoin itself. It's crazy.
Yeah. Remember we had Kalu that you could just do it straight away off their app.
Yeah, it's not hard.
Yeah.
The hardest thing about
an IPFS link, yeah.
See, the hardest thing about NFTs is not getting the technology to work. It's getting a community that's sufficiently full of scammers to generate hype about
it.
I can see a formula on the wall of how many community members you'd need and how much, hype and this kind of picture and that kind of picture. And
I mean, the problem with Bitcoin is it's really lacking the hype opcode.
The hype opcode, yeah, which is unfortunate. But Taproot is maybe a mini hype opcode.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, but you're right.
Some of the hype was there in this article. They were saying Taproot, by encouraging privacy and secrecy, could cause governments to attack Bitcoin again, which the media was displaying as bad. But if you're looking for Bitcoin advertising, that would be good. So that hype was there. We've got that kind of hype. But yeah, it's funny to see we still don't have a Bitcoin marketing agency or a Bitcoin professional group or any kind of thing. Even Adam Back was saying on Twitter that Bitcoin doesn't have this, and still kind of
But I mean, there's literally a Bitcoin professional group, or whatever the heck they call themselves. I mean, there was the Bitcoin association. I think that just goes and says that we found that those things are inevitably toxic because they get taken over by terrible people, or they're just ineffective and they don't matter. There's a Bitcoin standards organization, if I remember correctly, which is just basic professionalism standards for what knowledge do you know, and they're perfectly fine from what I can tell. They run some tests and that's that.
I lost a paid a whole bunch of money to in the beginning at this thing called the Bitcoin. What were they? The association, no, the
Bitcoin Foundation.
Foundation. It's been that long, and well, I never got anything for that. I don't even know why I paid. I just thought, oh, that sounds cool.
It was like a 10 Bitcoin lifetime membership.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
You know, good use of your money right there.
Yeah, fantastic. Loving that.
Yeah, and Brock Pierce somehow gets to be the president for life of that organization. It's been
That's right.
Like as far as like resume building, like he's just the king of that. Like he's that thing for life. And then John Oliver made fun of him on EOS. He disappeared for a while, but now he's come back, and EOS is giving him, I don't know, $200 million or something to start a company. And it's great, man. Way to go, Brock.
Yeah. I'm excited about this upgrade. I think it's really fun. But like Peter said, it's all priced in. Like the what's actually going to happen, the price will go down as soon as it works, because pump, and then sell the news. Then everyone will think, oh, there won't be any good news about Bitcoin for another until the next halvening. And someone will go, yeah, but smart contracts. Oh, you mean a more efficient multi-sig?
If Taproot activates and the price does nothing, that will be a sign of maturity for the Bitcoin market.
Yeah. Well, it's such a geeky upgrade, though, I fear.
Like 4 years ago, we had the horrible fight for UASF. Then we had another fight for 2x back to back. And now we have Taproot. No one's fighting at all. We don't have to put little icons in our Twitter. No one has to buy any hats. Like, it's been a lot cleaner this time.
Yeah.
Well, it's because the stakes are much lower. I mean, SegWit was fundamentally about what the future of Bitcoin will be. Now, and then prior to that, like say, my check locked on verify upgrade or check sequence verify, those were actually kind of uncontroversial, because at the point they weren't about where Bitcoin would go in the future. They helped shape that, like they helped make Lightning possible, but they themselves weren't that pivotal point. So we might find actually something kind of innocuous after Taproot is the big, issue, only because it, extends Taproot in just far enough to do something, I haven't thought of yet that changes Bitcoin. But, like that's the issue. In Taproot, it just won't fundamentally change Bitcoin. Lightning does. And SegWit made Lightning possible.
It's always the quiet ones. It's the quiet upgrades that get you. Check out the WCN Twitter account at World Crypto Net on Twitter. Marwi from El Salvador, from Venezuela, has been doing all kinds of great tweets on the World Crypto Network Bitcoin Twitter account. Check it out. We've got an old interview with Tatiana from the Money 2020 conference. We've got an old Mad Bitcoins from 2013, all on the World Crypto Net Twitter account. And we're running out of time, but we've still got time for predictions or a story of the week. Josh Shigala, are you ready with a prediction or a story of the week?
I'll have to leave it up to Todd for now. Peter, sorry. I always call you by your last name, Peter. Sorry, mate.
All right, Peter, Todd, are you ready with a prediction or a story of the week? Go ahead.
Well, given we talked about Taproot, all right, I'll make my prediction with Taproot. Between 2 hours before Taproot enables and 2 hours after, the price doesn't change by more than 10%. I may be completely wrong, because price might just be volatile anyway, but that's my prediction, and I'll try going for that.
Predictions for a peaceful and loving and a merry Taproot season.
Yes.
It sounds very seasonal from Peter Todd. Josh Shigala, do you have a prediction or a story of the week?
Story of the week is we've got a Discord server. Everyone said go to Discord, and and it is so much better. It's so much better. Telegram's such a freaking nightmare. I don't even know why people use Telegram when it gets more than like 5 people, because it's just nonsense. So it's quite good. Everything can be nicely categorized and chat and actually communicate and do real governance in terms of debating, things. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. So check out on the standard.io and check out community.
And what's the magic word they should use in the chat to prove they watched to the end of the show?
Oh yeah, you watch Mad Bitcoins, I guess.
Mad Bitcoins.
Mad.
Good word. Well, I think we're running out of time for today, so everyone be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe down below. Thanks so much for joining us. Until next time, bye.